once again to the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring, and this is the second match of IPT for Day 2 of the GPL. We will be your shoutcasters for today, I am GS Riku.
And I'm JS Neve.
And yes, this is gonna be a match between IPT, Imperium Pro Team, versus Saigon Jokers.
Yeah, and we just saw Imperium Pro Team. They had a pretty good early game against Bangkok Titans, however, they did fall short. Meanwhile, Saigon Jokers also fell short yesterday, so both teams 0-1 against Saigon against Bangkok
BKT,
Titans. Yeah, so this game's gonna be really important, as this could determine the seeding coming into the semifinals for the Garena Premier League.
Yes, exactly, and this is a totally different GPL. Like before, there were a bunch of group stages from I think 4 weeks of group stages, and now it's just squeezed into 1 week, 4-day event rather. So here we go, Saigon Jokers, that's Vietnam versus Philippines right here versus Imperium Pro Team. So looks like they have their priority straights for Saigon Jokers. Alistar being picked right off the bat.
And I really like the target bans from Saigon Jokers, banning away this Kindred, Echo, and Azir. So it looks like Light won't be playing his Azir, Echo being banned away from JLC. So JLC will have to play something new for the first time in this tournament. So it's pretty interesting to see what he's going to pick. And looking at the pick and ban, Saigon Jokers, they've secured a lot of power picks with that Alistar, Poppy, and the Graves. Meanwhile, Imperium Pro Team doing the same with the Sivir and Gragas. And I don't think I've seen Suez play Gragas yet. Well, in the Garena Premier League.
No, not yet in the GPL, but he did play it at the semi-finals, I think, for the PGS. And it looks like it's gonna be a similar comp. They do lock in this Maokai for IPT, similar comp compared to BKT in Game 1.
Yeah, actually really, well,
same actually
on
order.
Point, yeah, exact same. It looks like, is this in the same order actually?
Yeah, it was Sivir then Gragas.
Alright, so it looks like Imperium Pro Team. Let's see if they decide to lock in the, what support did they play? The Bard.
Well, Poisanity on a Bard.
I haven't seen Poi play Bard, so.
He did play Bard at the PGS group stage, but it didn't exactly. Oh wait, did it end well? No.
Looks like Poisanity will be going back on that Trundle.
But yeah, they do secure the Maokai for themselves. It's definitely going to be on JLC. We won't see a carry champion on JLC at this point in time, but of course they're reserving the last slot, last pick for IPT Light.
Yeah, let's see what Saigon Jokers picks to respond to this Kalista being hovered over. And Kalista could work out here, I guess, but looks like they still have 30 seconds on the clock, so still thinking for what is the best pick. Their mid laner still needs to be selected as well. Let's see what Warzone will play.
Wow, if they lock in this Corki, they're taking another pick away from Light.
Yeah.
So
the Corki Lucian is actually a fairly solid combo. You usually see that a lot. The Corki mid with that Lucian AD carry. Very effective, lots of burst, really good mid-game power spike. Once the Corki builds that Triforce, and once the Lucian gets the Essence Reaper going. So it looks like we are going to see that from Saigon Jokers.
So triple, actually pure AD for Saigon Jokers right here.
You're underestimating the power of AP Alistar support.
Really? Right.
Well, I mean, there was a time when Alistar was played in the top lane AP.
Yeah, AP, and it really hurt, like one combo to burst you down. And meanwhile, that's going to be a Rise for the first time. I don't think Light ever played Rise ever in the PGS in the summer split. So, wow.
We haven't really seen that many successful Rises after those Rise changes, I believe in 6.3 or 4. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Light plays this Rise out. I believe the last time we saw a Rise in competitive was one of the Korean teams.
Oh, no,
it was, I believe, the Ku Tigers when they pulled out the Malzahar cheese pick.
Oh, I was not able to watch that.
Rise for Light. This is going to be very interesting. Rise isn't really a Rise player, so Light isn't really a Rise player.
Exactly. So that's why this is such a surprise for everybody else here at this point. And the thing is for Saigon Jokers, they're gonna have to heavily rely on like the Poppy flanks for initiates and the Alistar combos for the pulverize and then the headbutt for initiate. So meanwhile, how about the what do you call this, Imperium Pro Team?
Imperium Pro Team, they got a lot of hard engage of themselves. Their team comp is very similar to the one that Bangkok Titans ran in the last game, where they have that Maokai, they have that Gragas, and they have the On the Hunt from Sivir.
Yeah.
So we should be expecting more or less the same thing. The only difference, of course, is they don't have that Assassin. They have the Ryze. Ryze does have pretty good burst, however, not someone that you can just like immediately dive the backline with. You do have to position yourself a bit more carefully.
Yeah, he's all in. When he goes in, doesn't have any ways to get out. But let's head on to the game right now. You guys are going to be seeing that real soon. There we go. Welcome to the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring. This is the second match of IPT. Here on day 2, they're going to be taking on Saigon Jokers from Vietnam. And this is our Philippine representatives, Imperium Pro Team. On the blue side, we have Saigon Jokers. At the top lane, we have Ro with a Poppy. In the jungle, we have Jinkei on the Graves, rather. And of course, in the mid lane, we have Warzone with the Corki. And for the bottom lane duo, we have Celebrity for the Lucian. And for the support, we have Su with the Alistar.
And for the red side, we have Imperium Pro Team. For the top lane, we have JLC playing that Maokai. For the jungle, we have Suez on that Gragas. For the mid lane, Light will be playing that Ryze. And for that bot lane duo, we do have Hate and Poisanity playing the Sivir and Trundle respectively. And right off the bat, we do see the lane swap will be initiated by Imperium Pro Team. However, it looks like we might see a mirror match in that top lane, as Saigon Joker is also doing the same, so we might see the 2v2 in that top lane.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, as you can see, like IPT really likes their lane swaps, as they have been the first ones to try to initiate.
Yeah, I believe the only time that didn't happen was against Kuala Lumpur Hunters, where KLH were the ones who initiated the lane swap. But this time around, looks like it might be a mirror matchup, or a 2v2 matchup in that top lane.
Yeah, they're just finishing up their jungle camps right here. And of course, I'm really excited about Light on the Ryze, because I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, I haven't seen much Ryze at all. Like, and now seeing Light playing this Ryze, it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. I'm not really sure what to expect.
Yeah, same here, but gonna be standard lane so far. Celebrity actually dashing in just to land a couple of hits onto Hate. But it looks like both of these guys have some amount of sustain. Alistar still alright as well, even though he got a couple of nerfs.
Yeah, Alistar still a very strong champion in that support role. I believe his heal got tweaked a bit, but even then, still a very strong and potent threat. The level 2, will he go in?
No, they were aware, so I guess they sort of respected that and backed off. And
they also hit level 2 themselves at a pretty nice timing, so Sivir would have been able to level up that spell shield very quickly.
Yeah, meanwhile, JLC holding on his own here against the Poppy. I don't think there's any aggression at this point for the lanes. It's just that it's going to rely heavily on, you know, Suez here, if he's going to be able to gank successfully, because later on, because if I look at Graves, he doesn't have the, what do you call this? He's not the, like, of course, he's not the utility thingy, but he doesn't have, they don't have anything to secure Ryze in the mid lane, so they have to burst him down right away. Are they going to burn a flash here? He's going in, exhausted, Light, there's a CC, but Suez is right there with the red buff. Nicely done. Body slam as well, just a couple of more hits. Jinkei's burning first blood, goes to Light, he roots him down once again. It's a war zone right now, he's getting slowed down. Ro right now for the backup, and meanwhile, Su is right there, and now Light is gonna fall down as well, 1 for 1.
And that was an insane response coming from Saigon Jokers. I didn't even see the Alistar.
Same.
Poppy and Alistar immediately responded in that mid lane. It looked like Jinkei went a bit greedy initially, however, the response from Saigon Jokers was there, so they were able to even it up a bit. However, Ryze did get that first blood and will have that Tear of the Goddess already 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
Looking to stack that.
Wow, so from top to bot, everybody else was just trying to respond, get a revenge kill. Light had to use an early teleport, but you know, it's not really, what do you call this? Damaging on his part.
And something interesting to point out was the waves were actually very optimal for Saigon Jokers to actually respond to that. And we do see Suez and Poisanity ganking Warzone. Warzone doesn't have flash available.
Whoa, here comes the flash killer, and he gets booted down. Warzone is probably going to fall. They want the kill to go to Light, of course, 2-1-0 on his KDA.
Yeah, so now Light with those 2 kills will be looking to snowball this game out of control if he gets the opportunity. And it looks like Imperium Pro Team are really trying to give that opportunity to Light. So 2-1, 4 minutes in. He has a decent amount of gold right now. Probably, I'm not sure what he's gonna be building next. We'll have to find out shortly afterwards.
Who?
Light.
Right. So half HP onto Ro. Meanwhile, JLC is still pretty healthy, but doesn't have any mana to sustain that much. Just needs to see Ro locks JLC onto the wall. It looks like Ro is winning this one at this point. Graves in the bottom side. Are they gonna plan a burn a flash here, plan a dive at this point? Looks like Poisanity is going down at bot. Do they spot Graves actually?
I believe they do, as the ping did go down towards the Graves right there. And you see more pings actually going down right there. 3 members of Imperial Pro Team versus 2 members of Saigon Jokers.
Whoop, there comes Ro. That's gonna be a 3v2. And looks like they decide not to pursue it. They just back away.
Yeah, so they actually pinged the middle, indicating that the Alistar and the Corgi were missing from the map at the time. So they didn't want to risk any bad team fights, so they backed off immediately.
Yes, and looks like they want to punish the missing Trundle at the top side. Hate actually uses a flash just to dodge the combo away from Two, rather.
Yeah, and I actually really like that stagger from Su, because he didn't go for the pulverize immediately. He knew that either Hate was going to spell shield or he was going to flash away.
Yeah.
So saved it to see what would happen, and yeah, I just really like the decision making coming from Su with that play right there.
Yes, and looks like Poisanity is forced to go back, and Bailey said Hate is going to be really, really disadvantageous if ever this Sivir just gets pushed and bullied away by Celebrity and Sue at this point. Meanwhile, Light still struggling here in the mid lane as well. CS lead, of course, not 43 onto Warzone. Poisanity just want to start something. Actually gets the combo, and Sue is actually on the side. He gets the body slam, but Sue is in trouble. He doesn't have flash anymore, and it's still trying to... It's on cooldown. Meanwhile, Celebrity landing a couple of hits. Teleport will come up from the bottom side. That's Ro. Hate very, very low. It's actually on fire from the corruption potion. Meanwhile, JLC is on top as well. It's a 4v4. Right now, it's going to be 5. Warzone catching right up as well. Light right behind Imperial Pro Team. No one died there. Just a couple of summoners spells burnt.
And that's all 5 members of both teams up in that top lane, and like you said, no one died. Lost burn, and Warzone gets picked off.
Oh no, that's Warzone getting booted out, and Graves actually trying to hesitate. Meanwhile, Poisanity just going in. He doesn't have mana anymore, but he's running. He's running. Will he be able to escape? Yes, he can. So Warzone gets caught up there. IPT gets another pick.
Yeah, so Warzone not really having the best time right now. He's 1-2 right now against this Rise 3-1-0. Doesn't have really any items right now, but those picks have been paying off, and
yes,
he should be looking to build that catalyst, I assume, very shortly. Probably does have enough gold at the moment, 1,000 in his bank.
Yeah, I just want to point out how the teams are, what do you call it, so responsive. Like, everybody's just moving. They keep moving from top then bottom, and then they're not really like relying on the junglers too much for the pressure. The whole team is creating pressure on these different points in the map.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job of responding to the pressure as well. There's been a lot of gank attempts, however the score is still 3-1.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Light with the ultimate. Just clean up the waves and go back.
Yeah, meanwhile, none of the turrets have been taken down so far, so standard laning means less turrets taken during this point in the game. However, we should be expecting teams to start pushing for that very shortly. 4 members of Saigon Jokers are on that top side of the map, so they might be looking to create something. Looks like they're just trading the blue off to Corki.
Yep.
And
nicely trade there by Celebrity. I mean, Hate was actually already in range, but for some reason, the auto attack just won't get released, and Celebrity just lands some safe harass on the Severe, despite seeing Hate just wants to try and trade back.
Yeah, it looks like he does have the health potion, so he's back at full HP. Both members do have, both AD carries rather, do have the cull.
Yeah.
So they will be looking to farm up and get that extra gold in.
Looks like Rise actually opted for the Catalyst, the Protector on his side. So more stacking and less damage here, but meanwhile, no further follow-up from Two's initiate there.
Yeah, it looks like there is a gank in that mid lane. Very nice. Exposed cat coming in. Light goes in. Lots of damage going down, and that will be another kill for Light. 3-1-1 right now, and Warzone not having the best time
Exactly,
in this mid
and
lane.
they did not even need JLC to root him out after that Valkyrie. Stu is just doing the plays there, and after the follow-up with the roots and everything, Warzone, yeah, just as he said, not having the best time here in the mid lane.
Yeah, and this Rise pick is paying off so far for Imperial Protein. This isn't even when Rise is at his strongest yet. Light is doing so much for this thing, and here comes another pick. Will they go in?
Yeah, just
No,
a couple of more hits though. No minions so far. They have to respect Saigon Jokers at this point. The 3 people are there in the mid lane, so they did not try to force out the dive or try to force out Jinke or get the tower down. Meanwhile, bot lane is open for Rogue to keep farming up.
Yeah, so we do see JLC will be forced to go back to that bot lane and clear the wave right there. We do see a 10 CS advantage being built up for Row. And what's interesting to point out actually is that JLC opted to go for the Boots of Swiftness first, so looking to create more pressure on the map with those ganks. And we definitely have been seeing JLC going for those ganks a lot during the first 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, I think the worrisome thing that could happen for Saigon Jokers is their lack of CC, and their lack of CC, their AoE CCs to try to lock down. Meanwhile, we see Imperial Pro Team with, chaining everything all together and try to burst someone down so that they can move to the next target right away. So they have the Maokai's, they have Suez on the Gragas, and Light as well for all the roots. So pretty scary for Imperial Pro Team if they try to get the right picks.
Yeah, there's so many initiate threats coming in from Imperial Pro Team that not even the disengage that's provided by the Poppy and Alistar is enough really when it's going to come into these mid-game team fights, and we should see that very shortly.
Wow, so look at this movement. The Row actually in trouble. There's the movement speed. Nice pillar. There's a disengage for the Keeper's Verdict, but the last minute Cask just gets Row back in action towards nearby members of IPT. They burn a flash, they burn an ultimate, but looks like IPT is right here on the bot side just to clear things out.
Yeah, so that's going to be 4 members of Imperial Pro Team going for this turret. This turret could fall, and no, they want to go for the tower dive.
Wow.
Let's see what happens.
There's the dive. Rose so low right now, but meanwhile they're changing their targets. Who is their target? Jinke very low. Cross, the Keel, and the Runic Echoes. And that is going to be a kill for Imperial Pro Team. 1-5 right now on the scoreboard. That's a teleport coming in from the Maokai, from Light rather. Maokai is already on the field. Meanwhile, Sue forced to use a flash. Everybody using a flash. They're chasing down. The boots connect. There's the knockup. JLC in trouble. He's probably going to get bursted down, but he walks away. Still, Light right now. Very, very scary. Very, very healthy. And at this point, they're just doing the cleanup. The cow is in trouble. There is another kill. That's 3. That's actually technically 3 for 0 in favor.
3 for 0 trade in favor of Imperial Pro Team. 1,000 gold lead though, so they weren't able to really make that much from those kills. Looks like they will be taking this dragon, but this top lane turret is getting down very low, taking down to 1/4 HP, but JLC will be there to teleport and defend that. And just a touch up on that team fight right there in the bot lane. That was a very good flank coming in from Imperial Pro Team Light. And I really like the confidence that Imperial Pro Team has when it comes to these engages. They go for those very crafty engages, knowing when they're gonna, they're very confident when it comes to those team fights, and they know exactly what's gonna happen, how much damage they're gonna do. And I do have to commend Saigon Jokers for the pretty nice response coming in by that Alistar. And I believe the Corki, however, that was not enough.
Yeah, I really thought Poise Handy, actually JLC was about to die at that point. But I guess the damage was just not there, especially Corki. Warzone in the mid lane keeps dying, so of course he's still catching up with CS though. But then again, it's the mid lane is getting all the kills. That's 3-1-3 onto Light right now. And I gotta commend, of course, the call of IPT to try to switch the bot lane back to the duo bot to go back to the bot lane and try to make a play, try to dive in, knowing that Saigon Jokers will just keep their AD carry up top, so they're gonna lack the damage that they need just in case Imperial Pro Team decides to do an aggressive move, and it paid off. So well played. So let's see what Saigon Jokers try to do, what they're gonna do right now.
Yeah, so it looks like Saigon Jokers will go for that very easy turret into that bot lane after the recalls coming in for Imperial Pro Team. Let's see how Imperial Pro Team responds to this. There is pressure being created in the top lane by the Poppy as well. However, it looks like Light was able to take that mid lane turret, and we do see a collapse coming down in the spot lane. They do need to be careful as things could get ugly.
Yeah, looks like Suez is on top just to distract Ro from everything. But let's see how IPT will deal with this. Are they going to flank successfully? Light activates the ultimate. There's the pillar. And now Chicken gets booted out. And the JLC right now on the street. They're concentrating all their damage on Celebrity. Nicely done. Pulverized there by Su. This is distracting everybody else. But all the carries from Saigon Jokers are pretty much low right now. Hate going on hate mode. And right now that is JLC rooting the important target so far. But look at that. Saigon Jokers just managed to counter everybody, everything from Imperial Protein. They might lose this at this point. Suez from top, he goes to bottom just to respond to everything. Meanwhile, Ro locks in Suez onto the wall. He's drinking up some alcohol and he uses the flash, but look at that. Only one dies from Imperial Protein, but obviously Saigon Jokers came up on top.
Yeah, and looks like Saigon Jokers now have the gold lead. They are up by 100 from that play right there, and I think that all went wrong with Light. Like, I believe the timing, the burst timing on Light wasn't really coordinated with the rest of the follow-up coming in from Imperial Protein. Rise is a champion where you have a rotation where, you have a fixed rotation where there's a period where you're doing lots of damage and a period where you're kind of just sitting there, not really doing much.
Yeah.
And the period when Rise couldn't do much was a period when Hate decided to go all in onto their Saigon Joker's backline. However, there was no follow-up there again, and I think that's where it all went wrong. Meanwhile, we did see that Warzone and Celebrity kept very good positioning during that fight and just kept on dealing that damage, forcing Imperial Protein to get very low.
Yeah, for some reason, compared to day one, their team fighting isn't the best right now for IPT.
Yeah, but I think Imperial Protein still has a chance despite being down. Well, yeah, slightly down gold right now. We do see the Rift Herald will be taken by Saigon Jokers. However, Hate should be able to take this turret in that bottom lane. I do expect Saigon Jokers to rotate towards that mid lane, possibly threaten this mid lane turret.
Yeah, I think the top lane turret is one of their targets right now since it was pretty low, was damaged by Lucian earlier. And right now, looks like Warzone wants to make a play here with his package. Oh, I guess not. They expired. I thought they would. Meanwhile,
he actually used the package to get the bot lane faster.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So it looks like, ooh, the barrier gets the play coming in onto Light.
Whoa, there comes the teleport coming up from JLC. Meanwhile, that's Shinsuke going ham. He managed to destroy Light once again. JLC, meanwhile, boots Lucian. He doesn't have his first aggro, but he explodes onto the damage. Nice cast, just to the lane too. Meanwhile, Keeper's Verdict just saves the cow. I got you, bro. Meanwhile, IPT hesitating at this point. That's on the hunt. This is the call that they have been waiting for. Meanwhile, Point Sanity says keep going, but nope, it is too risky. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was a really nice ultimate by Ro right there, completely stopping Imperial Protein in their track. It hit both JLC and Suez right there. I believe Su was very close to death right there. Just like one more auto would have been enough. However, Poppy to the rescue.
Hot damn. Nicely timed. I did not see that coming at all.
I got a bit disoriented right there. I thought they were going to fly towards the blue side, but then I remember that Imperial Protein was on the red side. It was very disorienting, you know?
Yeah, how that ult works. So meanwhile, nope, they're catching up with kills, and the gold lead is obviously on Saigon Joker's side. So let's see how Imperial Protein tries to pick up from... Okay, here's the fight.
Let's see this.
Didn't know I could do that. Yeah, he's having fun.
Yeah, and then...
Gets a heal.
Su walks away. He should have popped that mastery icon for the extra style points.
Level 5. So that's the only tier turret, first tier turret right there. There's a teleport coming from the Poppy. That's Bro. There is still no movement speed bonus. Still 19 minutes in. Just one more minute for the home guards. But it looks like they're gonna take this one down easily. So let's see how Imperial Pro Team will try to. Oh, I thought Celebrity was in trouble there.
Well, a little bit of the lag spike as we are connected to the tournament realm.
Oh, they're gonna be starting some. This Voice Sanity super low right now. Gets exhausted as well. And there is the culling. Celebrity right now manages to deal some damage, but of course the kill goes to Corki at this point. They have their priority straight. The wave is pushing fairly well at the top side.
And that's a really good rotation coming in from Saigon Jokers. Very easy and clean rotation. This should be the turret for sure. They can go from this turret to take that dragon, and they could probably even force a fight once they go attempt this dragon right now. Looks like that is indeed what they're going to do. Kate was able to take that top lane turret, but for sure that trade was in favor of the Saigon Jokers mid lane turret and the bottom lane tier 2 plus the dragon.
Yeah.
And they brought that into control as well.
So 1-for-1 on Dragon. Meanwhile, really still, what do you call this? They got a lot from that. Meanwhile, Imperium Pro Team, not so much, of course. They only got the top tier, right? The top
Yeah,
turret.
they only got that top turret taken down by Kate.
Yeah, so it's sort of a consolation prize, since that is the only thing that they can take off away from the map. Especially, they have been losing all these team fights so far, I guess. Should find the best, what do you call this, opportunity to try and use the Maokai, all the locks, and try to burst someone down. Maybe when they're not together. So it's really difficult, especially there's 3 damage threats on the opposite side of the team. Saigon Jokers, you really have with Jinkei and Warzone, they're really, really bursty types of AD carry. So with one chain of skills and blows, just immediately obliterates you.
Yeah, and while the Rise did have a very good early game, he went 3-1, I believe. He hasn't really been showing that much during this mid-game phase of the game. I haven't been seeing as much damage. And here comes another game by Su.
Look at all the damage going. It was like Saigon Jokers. These are tanks. What Sanity will be the first one. A long knife catch gets Su very low. He's trying his best to stand into the fight and create some chaos. Meanwhile, Hate enters into everybody. That was not what you want.
Flashes in onto Celebrity and dies. So now Hate doesn't have his flash for the next 5 minutes, and he's dead as well. That fight definitely in favor of Saigon Jokers. I believe that was a 2-for-1. Let's see what exactly happened. We do see the engage coming in by now. Nice check on Pulverize. Actually have a little bit of time. These guys being tanked. They got shredded hard by DK and Celebrity right there. Boy, Sanity falls off immediately. Celebrity, that's how you flash.
Yeah.
The confident flashman. And then Light, he had pretty optimal positioning, but then the Rise pick, I'm still not convinced. He wasn't able to really do that much.
There were a bunch of minions going out of it, catching all those Qs for their teammates, for Saigon Jokers. And the thing is, Poisanity and Suez just really sort of baited themselves in. They had vision, they know everybody was there in the mid lane, but they opted to still go and pass by that mid lane. And the thing is, Hate and everybody else were far away if ever they were planning to do like a pincer or a collapse onto the rest of Saigon Jokers.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate from Imperium Pro Team, and very well played by Saigon Jokers. Gold is now 2K in favor of Saigon Jokers. Items are starting to look fairly good. They have most members have completed 2 items so far. We do see the Static Shiv and the Essence Reaver completed on the Lucian. Same thing for the Sivir as well, so they're looking fairly even. CS-wise is also fairly even, with the biggest difference being that top lane.
Boy, Sanity getting locked in. There's the calling being pushed in near to the other members of Saigon Jokers. They get a pick. Baron is quite nearby. I wonder if they're gonna risk it or they're gonna try to push somewhere else.
It looks like they're not. They're gonna take it a bit more safe. They don't want to risk that Baron throw coming in. Lots of teams have lost in the past to that Baron. But we do see Corki does have his package available, so let's see what he decides to do with this. Are they going to go very aggressive on the tower dive? That would probably be a terrible idea with that Maokai and Gragas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to be going for that poke, just trying to see how much damage they can do onto this turret.
Yeah, those are relying on the Alistar. Meanwhile, that Su is trying to distract the cow from trying to make any disruption. Half HP onto the Graves at this point, but they're still trying to push the mid lane so far. The only thing they can do right now, IPT Light does have teleport. Oh wait, he's already there. My bad.
He's been in the mid lane for a while.
So. Okay.
Yeah, unless he wants to go like a Billy boss and like teleport to the ward right next to him or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in competitive play. So yeah, Suez trying to scare off the cow, slow him down. Recalls.
Yeah, so we do see Light actually going for the Seraph's Embrace as well as that Rod of Ages. So I'm not too sure what the most optimal build is on Rise at the moment. As Rise, like I said earlier, not really the most popular pick right now.
He's more sustained type fight, although he's gonna be really versatile later on.
Yeah, for sure. So we do see Imperium Pro Team now looking to push this top side of the map. Meanwhile, Corki does have to clear this bot lane, as that is a very big minion wave. So 3 members of Imperium Pro Team on this top side. However, looks like they are recalling. So Imperium Pro Team, they're just looking to really stall the game out. Maybe wait for this big late game Rise power spike or something.
They want to start something here.
Ooh,
oh,
wow,
there's
that's
a
fast
Rise. That's a 20-minute mark, 25 minutes in with a home guard. That's their plan. They make a pick onto the Lucian Celebrity down, guys. So let's see what is the next move. Imperium Pro Team, and their move is on the Jinke. He's really thirsty at this point. The mob proc, there's the shield slide going half. He gets exhausted, but there is the Seraph's Embrace, embracing him with the shield. Su right now not in the best position. Keeper's Verdict just charging in, won't hit anybody. They're taking the blue buff at this point. 2 down for Saigon Jokers. What is Imperium Pro Team's next move?
Will they go Baron? They have pinged it, however, it looks like they're just gonna back away, taking it safe. And there's the power spike from Rise that we were waiting for. That was so much damage coming in. That Rise running in with that home guard's teleport combo. Wow, I mean,
I was surprised. Like, ooh, look at that Rise go.
Yeah, just really nice pick right there by Imperium Pro Team. However, they are still behind in gold. This dragon should help by quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it actually looks like Saigon Jokers wants to contest this. Su and Ro are in that front line.
It's a 4v5. Right now, Light gets locked in. He doesn't have the embrace anymore. Poison is only the other members of Saigon Jokers so far. Warzone very low. First one to die at this fight. Meanwhile, Dragon is joining into the fight as well. Ro is trapped. He gets pinned down onto the wall with a pillar. Ro is super healthy. Gets the flash, gets the heal. Right now, everybody concentrating onto the Dragon. What a ballsy move, Shinke. And right now, Ro enters into the fight as well, along with Celebrity. 2v1 right now, and they get a double kill. It's an ace for Imperium Pro Team.
That could have been very bad news for Imperium Pro Team if the Lucian was able to follow up correctly. But wow, what a ballsy play by Jinke, flashing in. Actually, Dash, let's see exactly what happens. There's just so much going on in that fight. I believe it started with Light getting caught out. Light actually managed to survive, and I think that played a crucial part as Light was able to do lots of damage. Dragon actually helps in securing the kill onto Corki, and this is the problem. The front line of Imperium Pro Team plays it so well. JLC, Suez, and Poison were the faces of Celebrity and Warzone the entire time, and they were able to just collapse. Let's see what happens. JK trying to get the dragon, but then wow, that Q and ultimate does so much. Celebrity wasn't able to get the optimal targets. Hate was able to live for a bit longer than he should have during that fight, and Hate was able to just deal the damage and secure the kills. But the gold lead once again still in favor of Saigon Jokers. And Saigon Jokers, they're not letting Imperium Pro Team let these objectives go easily.
Yeah, but that's the second dragon for Imperium Pro Team at this point. That was I think the first team fight that Imperium Pro Team actually won. They've been giving away unnecessary kills from 20 minutes below. So Saigon Jokers right now, they might be really hesitant to start something, because the Rise obviously really doing a lot of damage, and Hate's positioning, of course, trying to pick up at this point, and Poisanity's zoning as well has been really effective at the previous fight.
Yeah, so it looks like Rise is probably going to be looking to build that Void staff right there. We'll get that extra magic penetration, so he's going to be doing quite a bit right there. Meanwhile, we do see Hate has picked up the Lord Dominance Regard, looking to shred the front line of Saigon Jokers a bit faster with that item, and Lucian looking to do the same. Actually opted to go for the Edge first.
Yep, and 80 carries, looks like they're building a bunch of Mog for themselves, even Sterax for the Graves at this point. So everybody's trying to opt for, you know, lasting longer into these team fights, denying the burst away from Light. Especially, look, there is the Void Staff to help it all out. But then again, the shield, the surprise shield, can actually catch you off guard.
Yeah, so we do see a wave slow pushing for Imperium Pro Team in that bot lane. Someone will be forced to defend that very shortly. Meanwhile, Pure and Pro team, they're not really sure what to do right now. They have grouped up in the mid lane, but not really making the proactive play. They do need to be careful, as one mistake could cost them the game at this point.
Yeah, gold is pretty close right now, and it looks like Saigon Jokers just wants to pressure all these lanes, while IPT tries to figure out what kind of play they should do.
There are lots of pings in the mid lane going down by Saigon Jokers. However, they do need to respect the sideways. Top and bot are pushing in favor of Imperial Protein, so they should probably be looking to clear those out before doing anything. It looks like they are going to do that right now. Poppy sent to the bot lane to clear that wave. Meanwhile, they have backed off from the mid lane, seeing as they can't really force a mid lane push.
Exactly, and the package, they were so anxious to try and start something, you know, try to maximize the package with Corki, but again, it expires. I haven't seen a package play so far, and Imperium Pro Team, you know, they know how threatening a nice package play could do, because IPT Lion has been doing that in the PGS, so
they also know
aware.
how threatening a bad package for their team.
Yeah,
I mean, Light's done the same. But we do see the Baron being started by Imperium Pro
Yeah, look at Light. He's actually staying at the base, waiting for the right timing for the home guard to be effective. But where's the teleport? The teleport is quite late, but where is he coming from? That's a nice Keeper's Verdict. It's only 2 members. Here comes Light. Who is his target? It's actually Jinke at this point. But Hate is so alone right now. There's no one there to help him. There's the slow and everybody else. Nice heal. He's still alive. Unstoppable double kill though for Celebrity at this point. Nicely played by Saigon Jokers. But then again, the teleport of Light.
The teleport was really late, and they didn't have an optimal spot for him to teleport to. And that exhaust actually completely shuts down Rise, if you think about it. Because Rise, like I said, he's a rotational base caster champion, where there's periods where he's very strong. You exhaust him in the period when he's very strong, and he becomes a sitting duck during that point. The moment the exhaust went down, I believe Su managed to exhaust Rise right as he was walking in. Rise immediately backed up, knowing that he wasn't going to be doing enough damage.
Yeah. So Baron Call, Saigon Jokers deny that away from IPT, but I do believe it was some sort of bait. Since IPT Light was actually waiting at the base, trying to maximize the home guard teleport buff. But the teleport, was so late and wasn't really maximized well.
Yeah, there's just so much damage coming in from Saigon Jokers, and when you don't have that Rise there immediately at the start of the fight to deal with one of those damage threats, you just have 3 very strong AD carries just dealing constant damage to your team, and that's really hard to deal with.
Exactly, and come late game, both three champions are just going to be really threatening. They're going to get stronger, they're going to get tankier, especially with a build that is solely concentrated on lasting longer into these team fights. That's with the Starax and everybody with the Maw. Well, I mean, Celebrity, of course, he's just going to have to worry about his positioning. They do have two other damage dealers for Saigon Jokers, but looks like SAJ just wants to get this dragon secured.
Yeah, looks like Imperial Pro Team aren't going to let this go easily. They are looking to probably start a fight. I haven't really seen on the hunt to use effectively. And here comes a nice flank coming in Hate.
Wow, that is the dragon. Even gone Light in trouble at this point. That's Warzone coming in from the side. Just right now, Su is trying to zone everybody else. Celebrity in a very nice position. Nicely on cast. And right now, Hate is in a dominating performance right now. Su is trying to zone out Warzone. Hate very healthy at this point. But right now, they're trying to get to Warzone. And that is slow getting in. Su is very low. No follow-up. Triple kill for Hate on the Sivir. Is that a quadra kill? Give me the penta, says Hate. But looks like, you know, Warzone is too far off. He's gonna give it to him. They can actually take Baron if they want to. Here comes Light. Actually, that's Malguy. That's a tree, but gets another consolation kill. JSC will probably boot him out. They're gonna give the penta. They're gonna give the penta to Hate. There it is. One more on attack.
No. JLC, knowing his priorities, didn't want to waste any more time. They knew that they could take that Baron.
Yeah.
And let's see exactly what happened, as that was a flank gone wrong. Su, like, very good attempt, however, Hate just played this very well. Very nice spell shield, very nice on the hunt to get that positional advantage. And meanwhile, the AD carries of Saigon Jokers got zoned out so hard by this Malphite by Suez right there. like Poppy, Ro, and Sue went in way too early, not paying attention to the positioning of their damage threats, and as a result, they got punished. You see Hate and Light are just able to do constant damage to this backline right there.
Yeah, and because of that, they get Baron so easily, uncontested by Saigon Jokers. So, what is the next point? I mean, the gold lead, of course, is on Imperium Pro Team's side right now. They're actually running out of time. If ever, you know, Saigon Jokers gets to late game, they get all their items, they're going to be really much more painful compared to IPT. But if IPT plays the team fight well, like earlier, they did really well there. And Saigon Jokers, just as you said, the AD carries weren't around when they tried to initiate. So let's see, this is a dragon fight.
And the last dragon fight that Imperium Pro Team did against Bangkok Titans was really wrong, so hopefully that's not the case. It looks like Saigon Jokers are actually looking to contest this. Actually, they will back off right now, so that's 4 members of Imperium Pro Team with that Baron buff. So they are going to be looking to make a play. All the inner turrets are still available for Imperium Pro Team to take right now.
Yes, so how will they maximize this Baron buff? What are they gonna do? Meanwhile, we see Hate just keeps farming, just taking everything right now, because 11-1-5 on the scoreboard for his KDA. That's really something in this game.
Yeah, it looks like 5 members of Imperium Pro Team in this mid lane. They know they can't really go for a split push as there are a lot of damage threats on this Saigon Joker team. So looking to go for that 5-man team, possibly force a tower dive onto one of the backliners if they can. See exactly what happens.
Yes, really nice wave clear for Hate. Does have the BT for lasting long with all those life steals. They're just trying to maximize that cannon minion. Right there, it's only Warzone that can actually eliminate the cannon minion right now with the R. Wow, look at Hate blocking. I'm saving you, bruh. I'm saving you. So 1 HP right now onto the turret. Looks like SAJ, Saigon Jokers, is forced to back away. They're respecting the damage, the Baron buff on, what do you call this? Oh no, whoa, there's a package. Looks like nothing will happen.
Yeah, so actually a very good attempt by Saigon Jokers. But here comes the counter game.
Oh, look at that. Ro actually blocks Point Stanley in, and here comes Honda and Sue trying to zone everybody else in the Imperium Pro Team. If they win this, this is actually the game. Celebrity landing a couple of hits, but everybody just focusing on tower diving so far. Sivir is still alive, and meanwhile, Light is still alive as well. And right now, look at the death timers, 44, 48, 30. Look at that.
And
it's only one person left to defend.
This is going to be the game for Imperium Pro Team right there. Saigon Jokers, they can't defend this. Celebrity being zoned out by JLC, and after one big explosive team fight right there, it looks like Imperium Pro Team will be taking the game away. What a close game. What a close.
Wow.
Very back and forth. I mean, Saigon Jokers looked like they were going to win, and in the end, nope. Imperium Pro Team come out on top with consecutive good team fights. I believe it was 3 team fights in a row that really sealed the deal for them. And yeah, Imperium Pro Team.
That was such an impressive performance, especially on Hate's side. I mean, wow, his positioning. They weren't able to catch him at all. He only had 1 death at that point in the game. I'm speechless.
Yeah, so that means Imperium Pro Team are now 3-1 in the Garena Premier League. They're second, I believe, right behind Bangkok Titans, who are 4-0, and they will be facing off against Kanaya Gaming tomorrow to see the final seeding. Meanwhile, Saigon Jokers, they are now 1-2, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
and
that's really upsetting, because I mean, Saigon Jokers, they're one of the favorites going into this tournament.
Exactly.
And they've fallen to Imperium Pro Team.
Wow. I don't know. I'm just so excited for Imperium Pro Team, of course, but GG well played as well for Saigon Jokers. I mean, I really thought Saigon Jokers was about to take that game from
Yeah, it looked very grim when these team fights, when the really poor team fights started coming in, but then Light turned on his switch, and then he just went insane during those team fights. Getting those very nice crucial picks, and very well played by Imperium Pro Team.
Actually, everybody else, like all the team fights, they fixed everything that went wrong in the mid game, and then bam. You can tell I'm really happy right now. But but we still have a game tomorrow, just as you said. It is versus Kanaya Gaming. And there's only 1 game for Imperium Pro Team, unless there's going to be a tiebreaker. Although I'm not sure how that's going to work, if ever.
From the standings, I don't think there's going to be a tiebreaker.
Alrighty, so Just in case you guys just like the Garena Philippines esports page or the Pro Gaming series, we post updates there. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. There's still going to be a game for Imperium Pro Team. We were your shoutcasters for today. I'm GS Riku.
And I'm GS Neve.
See you guys tomorrow. Ciao.